The secret trick to the beaver bag system is the very first layer. The very first layer is only half full. What this gives is what I call sort of the saddlebag across the horse's butt effect. Right here, we're going to have, if you look at this wall as being 4 chambers wide, right here we have 0. The value of this thickness, 0. 1/2, 0, 1/2. Now we put another layer on, it's going to be full bags, it's going to be 1, 1/2, 1, 1/2. And so on. If we put more on here, it's going to be 1.5, 1, 1.5, 1, and it just keeps going back and forth. And so you also got a differential between the chamber and the web of 1/2 thickness of a bag. Now over here, what we have is, I call the anti-erosion part. We're going to put just a total of 4 chambers wide on either side, well this side and then eventually on this side of the dam. The main dam is going to be 4 chambers wide right in the middle here. But we're going to have just one layer of 4 chambers on either side to prevent erosion of the dirt bank or the road or levee, whatever you've got. Now I know you've got the water rising, you're anxious to get as much sand out there as possible, but you got to discipline yourself, again, to only do half full bags to lay your proper road bed or base. Well, here's the first beaver bag dam, or whatever we're going to call it, and for the most part it's successful, but essentially here this doggone thing is working. You got a dam there, it's almost, doesn't look it, but it's like 4 feet deep. This is 3.5, anyway. And the wall itself shows no sign of, bulging out or anything. And here's about the worst you got right here. It's a little annoying dribble. And that isn't going to kill anybody. But you see, even as we stack these kind of sloppy here, the whole thing is pretty much holding together. Some of these bags under high pressure here want to get pushed out, but they're not doing it because the other bags are holding them. I'm Richard Davis, the inventor of beaver bags. Here we've been doing an experiment. These bags have been laying here for about so long I can't remember, about 2.5 or 3 years. We've had them laying here, exposed to the snow, the rain, sun, and the ballistic nylon beaver bags appear to be holding up pretty good. You see the weeds growing up through it and around them, everything, so definitely been here a long time. The Velcro's holding up everything, and now we're going to pick them up and see if the structural integrity of the nylon is still there. And 2 healthy, handsome, college roommate here, Barry. Okay. Okay, you turn off now to me. Yeah, boy, this has been really...
You need to round the end of these a little bit so they'll slide through.
Yeah. Yeah, first sand them off a little bit. Anyway, here we go. Yeah. Got some worms under here. Your leg, Richard. Okay. Okay, a couple of 64-year-old guys.
Yeah. A couple of wild and crazy guys.
Okay. Here we are. Get a shot of the ground there, Cindy. Jeez. So these things have been sitting there for the 200 pounds of sand, and for about 2.5, 3 years, and they're still in good shape. I mean, they don't look too great, but they're able.
Pull it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Drop one down.
Yeah, just roll it over here. Yeah, even the part that's been on the ground here.
That shows the double tube construction.
Yep. And even the part that's been on the ground here is still holding up. Real nice. Got roots and growing. So you got a whole ecosystem right here. Yeah, fine.
It's all intact. Not rotten.
Yep. So, anyway, you can take this and put it on your, dam you want to go to. Just go around this way. Push them around. This way. Ooh. Up, up, up. And away we go. That's right. So I guess you got the idea. Let's put it back on top of one of these here again.
Okay.
except with the dirty side up.
You good?
You can do it all day long. You want to have.
They're heavy, but not bad.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
4 people. Of course, you can go like crazy.
How much do those weigh, Richard?
Probably 180 to 200 pounds, depending on how much sand
Yeah.
and water you got in there.
How wet it is.
Yeah. And so it's probably those are probably close to 200 right now, though. Now you can see what we've got here. You've got what I call the saddlebag across the horse's butt effect. So there's always a difference between the middle and the ends, the inside and the outside rather. So the bags by gravity will tend to grip each other. This starts going pretty fast now. That is without any side. We didn't put any side bracing on there. Yay! So that's pretty darn high. It's higher than any normal soldier is going to be, height-wise, and without any side reinforcing or anything. There's no, and it's built on a slope here too. So let's see if it stops anything. Here's a Browning 50 caliber armor-piercing incendiary tracer round, fired from my converted 1918 Mauser with a suppressor, so you don't need to use your earmuffs. And it's a good day to do it because it's been drizzling out. The ground's all wet. We can't start a forest fire if we tried. Let's see. Make this up. We've got a witness plate behind the machine gun slit there. Let's see what we do. You see that trace? We've got a piece of white particle board, actually just a used sign from the hardware store, for a witness plate. And you can see where the 50 caliber armor-piercing incendiary hit. And you know, I'm kind of nervous now. Let's take a look around the side. I'm pretty sure this will stop 30 calibers, but about 50s. And glory be, there's nothing there. Except a bug. It did not penetrate through. Well. That's very interesting. So it's 50 caliber armor-piercing incendiary tracer, just like one of these. This is Frankfurt Arsenal, 1952, Korean War vintage. I've had these through the chronograph. They're about 2750 feet per second, and I also have shot these through 1.5 inches of mild steel. So this is the real thing. By the way, the weather here looks like the end of the world is coming. So this is a few days later after the first test, and we've got a nice wet grounds here, so we're going to give it a try with that, and then we're going to try, what about concentrated 50 caliber armor-piercing incendiary tracer ammo. We're going to fire a few shots at a time and then take a look and see what happens. The witness plate just got blown over by the wind, the oncoming storm, and looking good. Come on, baby. Yahoo! There is no penetration. Sorry about the camera work here. This is the back side. So there's your 50 caliber down there, and nothing came through. And again, here's your just simple pieces of plywood painted white for witness plates, and looking good. That's a piece of dirt right there. Yep, piece of dirt. Well, we've already got, by my calculations, 14 rounds of 50 caliber armor-piercing incendiary tracer into one row of beaver bags there. And we're going to try a few more. Eventually anything can be penetrated if you just keep pounding on it. And I guess the question begs, how many times can this thing be hit? And I've got about I guess about 50 or 60 rounds, maybe 70 rounds of armor-piercing incendiary tracer left for my Browning M2, and we'll give it a few shots here. Well, you can see the parts where I missed at the very edge. This is taking chunks out of the edge of it. And one grazing round back here on our half-completed bunker here. But here's the good news. Look at that. Nothing but virgin plywood, if there's such a thing. Our official hardware store witness plates. Nothing happening. No penetration. That's about 50 meters out. 50 caliber armor-piercing incendiary tracer, and I'm pretty happy about that. And you should be too. Well, as the man in the original Dirty Harry movie said, "Hey man, I got to know." I'm gonna try to fire. I got about 20 or 30 maybe rounds left of the 50 caliber armor-piercing incendiary tracer, and I'm going to try to concentrate these all on one small spot and see if we can chew our way through. That's the next obvious question. And again, you ought to do your own tests. This could be faked, of course, and this is, by the way, it's just ordinary, normal wet sand. Sort of dry when we get in there, a little bit damp. It's not anything special. Wood chips wouldn't work as well. Gravel would work better. Same spot. Well, there's, oh boy. Again, nothing can hold up to continuous fire forever. It's just probably about 30 rounds of 50 caliber armor-piercing incendiary tracer in there, and I don't want people to think we're totally invulnerable. On the other hand, holy, unholy. This is really, frankly, quite surprising. I am quite surprised here. This is the, I know official U.S. government witness plate is 20 thousandths aluminum. This is just simple half-inch plywood. I'll be darned. The plywood is whole, and there is no holes. I'll be darned. I am really shocked. This is you saw it. It's quite fantastic. Again, let's take a look at the front side here. That is quite amazing. I want to stick my hand in and try to find some of the APIT rounds, but I'm afraid it's going to be kind of hot. But then again, why not? Oh, okay, ow. I start feeling heat as I go in there. I'll wait a while for that to cool down. There's got to be some hot rounds in there. This is quite amazing. This held up to this kind of abuse. So, again, it's called beaver bags. Each beaver bag has 3 holes in it. That's not an accident of production. That's how we hook these up to the filling station. Now the filling stations come in 2-foot 8-inch sections. Right now we've got 2 of these bolted together. You can put any number of these things end to end to end. And with one more here, we'd have an 8-foot wide filling station. We've got this one open up here deliberately so I can see in here as we dump the dirt in. But you have an 8-foot wide, which is wider than any front end loader I know of. And the filling station is shipped in kit form, and we got a part here so we can show you how to maybe give you a little better idea. This will give you a little better idea of how the bags go over here. Again, one beaver bag, 2 separate sand chambers. So, get the idea. The sand drops through there and fills the bag up. We close the industrial Velcro on the bag, and the other one will be over here like this all the way around. So each single portable filling station will fill 4 bags at once. Now you put 2 together, you're only going to get 6 bags, because the ones in the middle you can't really fill. You basically just let them fill up and just leave them there. Those will be your last bags. But each time you add a filling station to the row here, you're getting 2 more bags to fill. When it comes to emergency situation, you can use your, frankly, weaker people. Older women can be in charge of just putting these bags up. Kind of takes a big, strong guy like me a little while longer to get these on here, but that's a job that women and young girls can do very easily. And hang that on, and then the guys will be in charge of lifting the bags full of sand and carrying them away and building the dam. Got this plate taken away to show you, but the dirt will come falling in here and just go fall through all the holes. Now the 2 center bags, we just leave them, won't bother using them till the very end, I guess. Those will be the last 2 bags you use. The dirt will just fall right through here. Gravity's working for you, and you pull the bags down and take them away. There. We have a high-tech tool here. You don't want to use your hands. We're going to fill up that one bag that we just took off. So industrial Velcro, and once you get this closed, you need like 2 men and a crowbar to get it open again. There it is. That's going to be there for quite a long time. It just does not want to come open. This is not your regular Velcro. 2 rather beefy guys can handle this easy enough, or more realistically in the long run, 4 ordinary sized guys. And 8 Girl Scouts really can handle it. And let's pick this up, and off we go. Let's race. Now these can be placed on pallets and ahead of time, and make yourself ready for. Of course, when you're done, pull them out. Once you're placing the dam or placing a pallet, pull it out, and away you go. If you have any foresight, we'll stack the bags up like this on pallets. They don't need to be protected from the sunlight or the rain or anything. If they get water in them, great. It means a little more heavy and more substantial. So we're giving you, guarantee you 5 years on the life of the ballistic nylon, and frankly, it'll probably last about 20 or 30. So we got some here that are been sitting out here for at least a year, and you hardly tell that they've been used at all. We got some others here in the bottom that are actually now going on 6 years old, and they're just fine. A little dirty. Got some with dirt growing around, dirt on them, and weeds growing out of them and everything, but they're just fine, ballistically sound.